What's going on, my fellow Jedi and Padawans? Welcome back to another Jedi gaming video. Thank you guys so much for coming back to the channel. And if you guys are new, welcome. Happy TWAB Day, happy Thursday to everybody. Next season, so close. Arc, we can almost taste it. But right here, we're throwing it to one of my favorite builds that I have been running this season. Saving it till right now to put it out with the Verity Brow exotic helmet and our Warlock in Solar 3.0 with that grenade damage. Just immaculate with this build right here. Actually works on all subclasses, but this one with that extra grenade because of our aspect is super nice. So starting right here, we're going over our super with ability, aspects, and fragments for this build. So once again, a daybreak to have that nice little extra DPS and add clear potential with this super. Now we're switching it up a little bit, going with Phoenix Dive. That cures us when we do that aerial dive. Super nice for instant health regen on this build. As always for PvE, my boy, I always go a balanced glide here. Now we're going to go with Celestial Fire. I think this works the best because of its extra little bit of range compared to the Snap. Now this will help us with getting our grenade back, which this entire build is revolved around. And for me, I'm going to use our Solar Grenade. Think it is the best for this with that blobs of lava that we're going to get because of our aspect, especially since we have something like Phoenix Protocol that makes fusion grenades OP. Now for our aspects, we're going to go Icarus Dash so we can dodge while airborne. That helps us get out of trouble, and then we can Phoenix Dive right after to cure ourselves. Super nice combination right there. And then this aspect, Touch of Flame, makes this solar grenades super crazy with that increased duration, as well as it does those blobs of lava around its perimeter. Super nice for this build with Verity's Brow, being able to do that extra little bit of damage because of Death Throws, its exotic perk. Now for our fragments here, we're going to have Ember of Char, so our solar ignition spreads Scorch because of that plus 10 discipline, and we're going to be able to get our grenade back via those Scorch target defeats and those ignitions. Right here, Ember of Eruption, what I was talking about, a little bit bigger ignitions again, so we can get our grenade back and have those nice solar scorch and ignitions with this Ember of Eruptions. Third, right here, we have Ember of Blistering, so defeating those targets with solar ignitions grants us grenade energy, playing into both eruptions and char. And finally, we have Ember of Wonder, so rapidly defeating targets with ignitions creates us Orbs of Power, which will come into a play with our armor mods. Now, very important for this build, we have two weapons that have Demolitionist on it. So when we get defeats with those weapons, we actually get grenade energy based on our defeats. So it's super nice to, again, spam our grenades, which is what this build is all about. First off, we have the Crafted Deliverance with Demolitionist Chill Clip. Very nice for that add suppression and chill clip, and that Demolitionist already explained. Every single time we get a defeat, we get a little bit of that grenade energy back, and when we throw our grenade, it does reload our weapon. Same thing right here on Demolitionist and Surplus. Surplus increases handling, reload speed, and stability for each fully charged ability. And we'll be getting our class ability, melee, and grenade back super fast. And then Demolitionist to get our grenade back on those defeats. And especially since it's solar, it plays into Verity's Brow. Same thing with Xenophage, very good for getting those defeats since it's solar. And I do love Xeno. Now for our stats, we're going to go with 100 recovery and 100 discipline so we can get that grenade energy back in 47 seconds, and then as well as our class energy back super fast. Now for our exotic, Verity's Brow, very fun exotic to use. Armor perk right here, 4th magic. Weapon final blows with a damage type matching your subclass grant death throws. Now that provides a grenade energy bonus, and then we also have a damage bonus increase to those grenades as well. When Death Throws is activated and you throw a grenade, nearby allies gain increased grenade regeneration for a short period of time. So this is super nice for our allies to also be able to spam grenades, and then we're getting that damage increase as well as grenade energy each time we get defeats with a weapon that has a damage matching our subclass. So both our SMG and our heavy are going to work to create death throws, again giving us grenade energy. Now for our mods, we're going to have elemental ordnance, so all of those solar energy defeats that we're getting with those grenades are going to create solar elemental wells, which is super nice because we're going to have a mod on that gives us back our grenade energy when we pick up those solar elemental wells. Now I'm going to throw Harmonic Siphon on as well so we can create more orbs of power with both our Xenophage and our SMG, and then a little ammo finder for our Demolitionist Deliverance. Now right here on our arms we have Induction Impact with 2 of them, causing damage with our melee, reduces our grenade cooldown, hence why we're using that Celestial Fire with that extra range so we can really bot people from a distance to get our grenade back. And then that Well of Ordnance that I was talking about, when we pick up solar elemental wells we get grenade energy back, and we will be stacking 3 different sets of this elemental ordnance and then bountiful wells. Now on our chest piece here we got those fusion reserves for that deliverance so we can proc that nice demolitionist on it to get our grenades back, as well as another stack of elemental ordnance, so when we get those grenade defeats we spawn those solar elemental wells. On our boots right here, our 3rd and final elemental ordnance, as well as Absolution and Insulation. So Absolution, we're going to get all ability cooldown reduced when we proc those orbs of power via our super, our ignitions, as well as Harmonic Siphon, so that again it allows us to throw down our melee, grenade, and rift faster, as well as Insulation, we get our class ability back faster. So when we throw that down, it is a nice little thing that we have coming with a bomber, so we get our grenade back when using our class ability. Very, very nice pairing with getting our class ability back fast. And then the bountiful wells, which allows us to stack elemental ordnance on 3 different pairs of our armor here, which allows us to create about 4 or 5 of those elemental wells when we get solar grenade defeats, proccing that nice Well of Ordnance, allowing us to get our grenade back even faster. And then the little extra damage boost that we get is super nice. Going through this lost sector here, doing it with death throws ×5, I was able to throw a single solar grenade and get the boss down all the way to a sliver of health, and then do a single melee on it to get the defeat. And then without death throws at all, so at its base damage, we threw 1 grenade, used a melee, and then 3 fusion rifle shots to defeat that lost sector boss. So you can see how much the damage increases just on 1 grenade being able to take out that lost sector boss, compared to 1 grenade and 3 fusion rifle shots basically. So the difference in that grenade energy is nice, plus we get that ability respam for our solar when we're doing this, and then our teammates get that energy for grenade proc as well when we have death throws going on. So it is a very, very good solar grenade build for our Warlock, getting that extra damage, and then also helping our fellow Guardians out while we're using this helmet. Very, very fun build to use for me. Saving it best for last in my personal opinion with the Solar Warlock. Very, very, very fun build. So thank you guys again for the support this season. Been absolutely crazy. Cannot wait for next season with ARC 3.0. We got about a week left and it's going to be so much fun. Cannot wait. Cannot wait to see you all there. Thank you all again. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.